spoiler warning. Massive spoiler warning for both movies, so if you haven't seen them, you might not want to watch this video. Yo, what's up guys, it's Jack, and welcome to NerdOut 2. Today, we are comparing Suicide Squad versus The Suicide Squad, the David Ayer version, and the James Gunn version. Man, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen The Suicide Squad yet, go watch it. And if you haven't, for some reason, heard our Suicide Squad song, roll it.
Things can't get any better. It's so good when we're together. Yeah, yeah, we can live forever. No, we can't live forever.
You are missing out. Go check it out. It's awesome. Link in the description and on screen somewhere in the little card thing in the corner. This is going to be a tier list of all the characters from the first Suicide Squad and the Suicide Squad. And I'm going to be ranking them on how I enjoyed the character. Or my personal opinion. If you disagree with me, there's a link to the tier list in the description below. You can tweet me your results, or you can hop in our Discord and put it in there and let me know. Without further ado, let's get on with the tier list. Let's start with Amanda Waller from the original Suicide Squad. I'm going to put it in smashing. I think she's a great character. Her ruthlessness and the way Viola Davis presents her as like an authority that you do not want to mess with at all. I think she nails it in both movies. I'm actually going to put her in perfect in the new one because she takes that ruthlessness to a new level. Viola Davis presents Amanda Waller so well in both movies. The ruthlessness of James Gunn's Amanda Waller compared to David Ayer's is just a whole new level. But that's a theme throughout the movie, right? Everything David Ayer did, James Gunn took it to here and just nailed it. He nailed the execution on everything. Viola Davis is a perfect Amanda Waller. Absolutely perfect. She's so ruthless, she has to be hit over the head with a golf club, you know? She does not care about the lives of these people. She only cares about the Americans. Bro, they nail her. They nail her. All right, Blackguard. I wish we got to see more of Pete Davidson. I was quite looking forward to his character. However, you know, he does the job. He does the job. I'm going to put him in decent because we didn't get to experience much of him, but I was excited to see him. Idris, I might be a bit biased here. I'm a huge Idris fan. I'm a huge Idris Elba fan. I was honestly worried that, you know, he wasn't able to fit the bad guy role, right? I've never really seen him as a bad guy. I love his work in Luther. With Heimdall, he doesn't get to fulfill the character as much as he wants to. I think he'd make an excellent James Bond, but I didn't know if he'd get to, you know, play the bad guy role quite as well as I was hoping. But bro, he nailed it. Everything I've seen Idris Elba in, I absolutely love. I know he's not the same character as Will Smith, but he fulfills the same role, right? Bloodsport is just, I just love his back and forth with Peacemaker. He's got a swagger about him. I just enjoy it. I think he nailed it. I think they nailed it. Captain Boomerang. I've only got him on here once because of his short appearance in the second one. I'm surprised they killed him off because I think he was one of the redeeming characters of Suicide Squad. However, I'm going to put him in smashing. I would like to have seen more of him. I'd like to see him progress. I think James Gunn could have done a lot with him that didn't quite get used by David Ayer's film. He's comical. He fills the character well. I really enjoy it. Will Smith as Deadshot. Honestly, I'm going to put him in smashing as well. He was one of the few redeeming qualities of Suicide Squad, but that's Will Smith, right? Will Smith's such a good character. I don't think it's the best character he's ever played, but he was the best character in Suicide Squad aside from probably Harley Quinn. I'm not surprised he didn't come back for the second one. I would have liked to see what he could have done in James Gunn's film. However, I don't think he's ruthless enough to have been in James Gunn's film. So he was a smashing character. I really enjoyed his performance. That's it. El Diablo, I'm going to put in smashing as well. He was good. I know there's a lot of smashing characters right now, but it's going to change, okay? It's going to change. Yeah, again, he was one of the few characters I cared about in the original Suicide Squad. They could have done a lot more with his character and made it a lot more emotional, but it was some of the only emotion in that film. So I'm going to put him in smashing. I think that's fair. Enchantress, ew. Ew, 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 ew. Ew! Oh! Enchantress has put me off Cara Delevingne as an actor. I don't like how that was portrayed at all. It's robotic. It's boring. She wasn't scary at all. And Cara Delevingne is such a big actor. And I think that is up there with Lex Luthor as one of the worst comic book heroes we have seen. All right, General Suarez. It's decent. I feel like they tried to make him scary, but he didn't really do anything scary. He was kind of just a dick. Honestly, I feel like the movie plays out the same whether he's in it or not. I felt the scene where they set fire to the birds just completely unnecessary because it didn't spark fear into you. It just made you think he was more of a dick. Actually, you know what? The more I think about it, I'm gonna put him in just there. I don't think he added much to the story at all. They could have literally just cut him out of the movie and the story would have been the same, in my opinion. I'm not a fan of him at all. Harley Quinn. Let's do Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. I'm gonna put her in perfect because she made the world fall in love with this character, right? The first time we'd fallen in love with a villain like that, I feel like. She's definitely one of the strongest female actors ever. Margot Robbie is ridiculously good at Harley Quinn. It's like she was made to play the role. She definitely adds that mix of, you know, craziness, sexiness, pure emotion into Harley Quinn, which I love. And you know what? I'm going to put both performances in there because her arc of her, you know, gaining friends and embracing her craziness more and more and more, but also caring for herself. She's hilarious as well. Like, even the way she just kills Luna, I didn't expect it at all. She's just a phenomenal actor, and she is made to play Harley Quinn. She is absolutely made to play Harley Quinn. All right, Incubus, up there with one of the worst movie villains of all time. I absolutely hated it. The CGI seemed bad. He didn't really have a plot, right? Like, he was just kind of like her bitch. The villains and the plot line killed Suicide Squad. There was so much potential with it, but the villains were so bad. It brought it to a whole nother level of bad. Javelin. I think Javelin was decent. I was kind of excited to see a bit of him. We didn't get to, and I feel like it is kind of harsh to put them in just there because I did want to see them. He actually added something to the storyline with giving Harley the Javelin. Yeah, he was decent. Joker. You know what? I'm going to put Joker just there because I don't think it was his fault. And I know he's not as good as Heath Ledger's Joker, right? But it was a new take on the Joker. A gangster Joker could have been really good. But I feel like it was more the cuts that were made in Suicide Squad that made him bad. The ending of Zack Snyder's cut, I was very interested in. I think I'll put him in just there. I'm not actually totally opposed against Jared Leto's Joker. It's just not living up to Heath Ledger's. Katana, just there. Yet again, I still think she's one of those characters where it's like, if she wasn't in the movie, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, Boomerang flirted with her, but Boomerang could have flirted with anybody in the movie, you know? He literally could have flirted with Deadshot, and it would have been the same. Could have been interesting, but it wasn't. Killer Croc is in between, like, just there because he had some forced funny lines. It felt very forced. I didn't hate his character. I just didn't care about his character. I suppose you could compare him to King Shark, actually. He was supposed to fill the same kind of comedic role as brute force, funny, didn't speak very good. But, you know, King Shark is up here, dude. King Shark is genuinely funny. They cannot kill him off, bro. I thought he was dead at least 7 times. I think he's going to be one of my favorite characters coming into this phase of DC. King Shark Nom Nom. I love him. He was very good comedic relief. I actually think you could probably compare him to Drax, and I think he's better comedic relief than Drax in this movie. We'll see how he is long term. Luna, he was decent. He felt more of a villain than the General did, and it was kind of a shock factor when he got killed off. He was just decent. He was there. Milton, I'm gonna put in Smash It. He would have been in just there, but the fact that they made him a thing, there was someone with us called Milton the entire time. Who's Milton? And then the continuing joke of her calling Idris Milton. I enjoyed it. He was nothing and they made him something, if that makes sense. He was just there and they made him something, and I really like that. Mongal, she was just there. Didn't really add anything to it. She was just there. Like, literally, she was just there. She was there as, like, a filler character. That's all her purpose was, I feel like. John Cena. I have such a love for John Cena. I was actually expecting him to just be a decent. He was a smashing minimum. Maybe perfect. You could tell it was a wrestler acting and not an actor acting. Because the character's quite extreme, it worked. He's all about justice and liberty and will do anything for America. So the fact that it's someone that could lean into the extremity of him, I liked it. I'm glad they didn't kill him off. I'm really glad they didn't kill him off because I want to see more of it. And I feel like John Cena is only going to get better in the role. But I don't think he was quite as good as the others. But he's funny. It was funny. His back and forth with Bloodsport, great. When they're going through and killing the good guys camp, it's great. Polka Dot Man, perfect. They took a villain that I thought was going to be absolutely stupid and killed off in seconds and made it someone I actually cared about. Gave his story with his mother and everything turned into his mother. Love it, because it's just one big yo mama. I'm sad they killed him off because I would like to have seen more of him. I would like to have seen more of him. He was hilarious. They took a stupid character that should not have been entertaining and made it entertaining. I love it. Polka Dot Man was played perfect, beyond perfect. You know what? I actually kind of want to put him in his own tier because they exceeded expectations with him. Ratcatcher 2, I'm gonna put in Smashing. She was good. I feel like she was good. Yeah, she was good. I don't really have any complaints about her, but I don't have any wows about her. Sebastian. Oh, I should have added Sebastian into this list. Sebastian would have been up there in his own tier as well. Polka Dot Man and Sebastian, two favorite characters of the entire movie. Nice backstory. She could back and forth comically. It was good. Her oversleeping a lot was a nice running gag. She was good. I enjoyed her. We're gonna go Rick Flag 1. He was just there. I actually didn't like him in the first movie. I didn't actually even remember his name coming out of the first one. However, in this one, I think he was smashing. I think Bloodsport, his back and forth with people, made the movie. I think it really made the movie so much better. And look how buff he got in between the two movies. Can we take a note of that? Look how buff he got in between the two movies. Holy crap. I didn't even realize it was the same actor until I got out of the movie. I like him. He did a good job. All right, Savant, Michael Rooker, Yondu, Merle. I'm going to put him in decent. I actually genuinely disliked his character. I'm actually going to put him in just there. I genuinely disliked this character. I don't get it. He went from this badass with the bouncing ball, killing a bird, which is, again, seems unnecessary, but I get. It only seems unnecessary because of how he reacted in the mission, right? It's like, he was badass. He killed the bird with the ball. You know, he saved Weasel from drowning. The action star. He was ready for this mission, and then just screams. Except he would scream into battle, not away from battle. I think it was supposed to be funny. That joke didn't land for me, in my opinion. Slipknot, just there. He was there just to show that she would kill them. He did the job. He was just there. He could have been replaced by any DC villain at all. Sol Saria, just there. She had the hilarity of them killing all the good guys in her camp. That is the only bit she kind of added to the story. I feel like you could have taken away from it and he could have just been sat there like, oh yeah, they saved me. She didn't even need to be there, right? It's like, she was just there. Detachable kid, decent. It was funny. I didn't expect it. I was trying to figure out who TDK is. And then as soon as his arm comes out, I was like, oh my god. I would like to see more of him. I think he could have been a funny villain. The way he died was quite funny as well, with the shooting of the arms and him being in pain. Because you don't think that he, you know, because they're detached, he still feels it. I'm actually also going to put the Thinker in decent. I feel like he could have been more villainous and a bigger character than he was. Kind of just didn't do much. I feel like he could have actually been a really dope villain in his own right in a different movie, and I actually kind of expected him to be the main villain in this. Weasel, I'm gonna put it in decent. Wasn't much to him. He was kind of creepy looking. Interesting if they use him further. The interaction between him and Boomerang and the werewolf bit, that was quite funny. Even him not being able to swim, that was quite funny as well. So there was some gags with Weasel with the short screen time he had. So I think he did a decent job. I actually believe that's James Gunn's brother who plays him as well. And I forgot to add Starro to this, but Starro, I'll add it in a post edit. Bam, right there. Starro, I'd put in Smashing. It's like they took the funniest villain they could. It was like, yo, what's the weirdest villain we could choose? Oh, a giant space starfish. It was good. They weren't afraid to kill people off in this movie as well. The movie actually caught me quite off guard because I just watched the original Suicide Squad and I wasn't expecting it to take it from here to up here with the levels of like gratuity and gore and even just the humor in general and the action. It was so much better. If you have watched these movies, feel free to do the tier list yourselves. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you like these characters. I think James Gunn, amazing job on the Suicide Squad. I don't know if he can continue the Suicide Squad series now he's back on Guardians of the Galaxy, but I really hope he can. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see more tier lists, comment in the comment section below. Let me know what tier list you'd like me to do. Let me know which movie you think was better. For me, 100% the Suicide Squad. James Gunn smashed it. Beautiful movie. Like the video, share the video. It really helps the channel out. I'm really trying to pump out some new videos, so if you are enjoying this content, please let me know. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Things can't get any better. It's so good when we're together. Yeah.